Hi, Yasmina Ramzy here at Arabesque Academy. Today's crash class is on undulations and walking undulations. So, sometimes with the undulation, it tends to look like this. That's an undulation, but we can also make it look coming from the belly. And see now how my chest and my hips are moving kind of effortlessly, very relaxed, as opposed to actually making the torso work and pushing from the back. So what I want to do basically is relax all of the back, relax all your muscles, except for through the belly. We're going to work one muscle at a time. Sometimes in beginners we have this problem. And that's because we're contracting, and as we do, we forget to let go. So what we want to do is divide the tummy into, in the beginning you can divide it into two parts, bottom and top, and be able to push out one part at a time. Just release. Pull in one part and release. And then you're going to divide that into two parts. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 8, etc., etc., etc. So however many muscles you have along here, 4, 8, 16, 32, whatever, you want to contract one at a time while releasing the one below it and the one above. So we want to go contraction, and then contraction, and let go of that upper one. And then another contraction, and let go of this one, and etc., etc., etc. So you can see most of the time the belly is relaxed. Just one muscle at a time we contract. Now the work comes from here. My chest and my hips may move. I might just keep it in the belly here, or I might take it through the whole body. But it travels through the whole body. How? Because I've released the chest and the hips to just follow and ride on the movement of the tummy. So I like to think like when you're in the tub and you got two rubber duckies. One rubber ducky, another rubber ducky. You're making the waves in the water, and the two duckies are just floating. So think of your chest and your hips floating on the waves that are made in your belly. Now when we walk, we can walk like this. That's a walking undulation. Or I can let go of my back and let go of my torso muscles and use my feet a lot more to create the power in the movement. And when that happens, then it'll tend to look more like this. And now I'm much more relaxed, much less effort, but it looks bigger and a little more luxurious. But I'm much more relaxed doing it. So how does that happen? I still have these contractions here, but now I'm connecting these contractions with my feet. So as I push into the floor, I'm pushing my body into my feet. So for instance, most people, when they step forward and they push forward with the chest, especially from the back. So we end up looking like this. And sometimes for beginners, it ends up and down like that. So we want to be like Suherazaki, keep very horizontal. And by doing that, we have to let go of the back muscles. We're going to use only these muscles, and I can now use these muscles much more relaxed because I'm going to use my foot. So I'm going to start here with the pelvis in the back, take a step first with my foot, feel my foot firmly on the floor, and now just basically push into that foot. No big deal. Nothing to push or pull here except relax and push my weight and my hips into that front foot. As I do so, if I'm walking to my side, or towards you right now, I'm step, catch up, or walking to the side, step, catch up, catch up. So as my weight travels from the back, behind that mid-center, I can be behind it or in front of it. So now I start behind. Once my hips pass that midpoint right there, this leg becomes free. My back leg becomes free because my weight is all on the front leg now. As soon as that happens, I don't waste any time, and I move that back leg into my next new position. Now, once all the weight is here, and this foot gets into place, and I have to wait, this foot needs to be in place because my next move is pushing into the back foot. Don't contract, nothing. Just push into the back foot, and then allow all these muscles to just fall into that back foot. And once I get to about here, see, my pelvis is going to go from front to back. And that's about halfway down. As soon as that happens, my front foot is released, and I can take a step again. And I'm taking that step before I even finish doing the contraction all the way down into my pelvis. Now my foot's in place again. I'm going to push into that front foot, and as I do so, this leg becomes free, and I take a step with that leg. I continue to step into that front leg and stretch it out, and now push into the new back leg and contract down into that back leg. So I feel like I'm pushing my belly into that back leg. I'm going to show you front now. So I have one leg in the front, one leg behind, and I'm step, catch up, step, catch up. So instead of step and stretch, contract, step back, step and stretch, I'm going to do the complete opposite. When I step forward is when I'm contracting. When I step forward on the foot, I'm contracting. When I push my weight onto the front foot, that's when I catch up with the back foot. Now I contract onto the back foot. As I'm contracting, I take a step with the front foot and continue the contraction. Push my weight onto the front foot and take a stretch. As my back leg catches up, continue the stretch, and then push and contract into the back foot. Step, and now push into the front foot. Step, and now push into the back foot. Step, see, I'm still unraveling there. Now push into the front foot. So my feet get there a long time before what most people think. It's almost the opposite. So instead of stretch, step forward, no, it'll be contract, step forward. Stretch, catch the back foot up. Contract, step forward. So instead of looking like this, I'm going to look like this.